Hi, this is Kieran Doyle and welcome back to part 3 of my SEO introduction. And what we're going to talk about today is choosing the right domain name and the correct hosting. So you see, choosing the right domain name it's so important. It really is. You see, most people don't do this correctly. They really don't. They don't know what they're doing. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring you through exactly step by step how to do this so you're buying a domain name that the likes of Google and the other search engines are going to love. And what is it going to be? It's going to be, fingers crossed, relevant to your content. So what we're looking for, do you know what a tier 1 domain name is? You don't? Well, if you do, I'll give a little brief introduction to what a tier 1 domain name is anyway. In the UK, a tier 1 domain name will be a .co.uk domain. So basically, if somebody is targeting the UK, a tier 1 domain name will be a .co.uk domain name. If it's in the US, it'll be a .com domain name, and if it's in the likes of New Zealand, we're going to have a .co.nz, or if we're in Australia, it's going to be .co.au. So these are the domains that will get high relevancy in those search engines from that country because they are relevant to that country specifically. And now I know I spoke about this in previous lessons, but we're going to talk about keyword-rich domain names and why they are so vitally important. They're a must-have. They really are. Too many people go out there, and unless you have a brand the likes of Virgin, which has been built up over the years, or Microsoft or anything like that, you know, you're really not going to get traction in this field. So you need to find, to tell you the truth, for the likes of Microsoft and things like that, I would actually buy keyword-rich domain names and host them on blogs for them and get them actually sending traffic back to them. Or the likes of kind of like different kind of, or Dell or anything like that, you know, keyword-rich domain names so other people are finding them that actually aren't looking specifically for the likes of Dell or Microsoft or anything like that. So it really is a major traffic driver if you have a keyword-rich domain name. One of the strategies that I use is actually keyword-rich domain names on blogs, and it is awesome. You know, put it on a WordPress blog. Google loves WordPress for some reason. I don't know how long this will be, but for the time being, they absolutely love them. They're SEO friendly, and if we can put enough blogs up there with kind of different keyword-rich domain names pointing back to maybe our main site, well, then we have a much greater chance of actually being found on the search engines. So let's take an example of this, alright? Let's say I owned a bakery in Los Angeles, which I don't, but who knows, maybe someday. Right, so say if it was a bakery in Los Angeles, would I call my website Kieran's Bakery? What do you think? I wouldn't. The reason being is, what is Kieran's Bakery? That's a brand. It's not me. It doesn't. There's nothing unless somebody was searching for Kieran's Bakery, which I doubt they would because it's very hard to spell my name anyway. They would not find it. So what we'd be looking for? What do you think we'd be looking for? That's right. We'd be looking for Los Angeles and bakery. We want to be putting there are key terms. So what we'd do is we'd probably call it Bakery in Los Angeles or Los Angeles Bakery. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It's a keyword-rich domain name. It's what people are actually going to be searching for. So what we want to do really is we want to give the search engine what it wants. Why wouldn't we? Why would we mess with something that kind of like, you know, you don't need to mess with? Like it's kind of that old question, like why would I can't even remember that old question at the moment, but it's like, you know what, if you know something is going to work, well then you just go and do it, you know, that way you don't go around the hard way, because that's just silly. Of course you can get ranked for these other domain names and things like that, but it's going to take a lot longer for you to do and a lot more hard work. So basically I'm all about the kind of like, let's make this simple motto. So righto, we're going to give the search engine exactly what it wants. We know that they want their key or their domain names to be keyword rich, and we want to make it relevant to the market, and they love that. They love, what's that thing that I always say? They love relevancy. That's what it's all about. It's relevance.